Moving to a new country and sometimes even starting life all over in a new country can be really overwhelming. And as tough as that can be, you definitely can have a wonderful experience in the process. That's why in this video, I'm going to be sharing tips that can help you live, settle, and survive in Canada as a new immigrant. Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of being here, you're welcome. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and also the bell button so that you get notified whenever I post a brand new video. Thank you for clicking this video. I find that some of you are interested in immigrating to Canada, and so I thought to make this video to also remind you that there is a mental preparation towards your immigration, especially when you arrive here in Canada. And that's why being mindful of some of the things I'm going to be bringing forward to you in this video will definitely help you to survive in Canada. So survival tip number one is taking care of your mental health. Like I've said before, moving to a new country can be overwhelming, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. You may not realize how mentally overwhelming immigrating to another country can be until you actually make that move. For me, even though I had lived in the UK, getting used to the weather was a big deal for me. And even up until now, when it's getting close to the winter, I feel like it's a trigger for me. And so because of that, I start to mentally accept that, you know, the winter is coming and start to look into the things I can do to improve my mental health, because the winter is something I cannot avoid. Also, the culture shock is something that can be mentally overwhelming. The different work culture when you start immersing yourself in the work environment, building new friendships or relationships, getting used to being alone if you came in as a single person. All of this can be really overwhelming, and some people experience the mental exhaustion right on time after they arrive, while others like me actually go through like a fantasy period for a few months, and then at some point the mental exhaustion or depression hits. There were ways I was able to take care of my mental health, and one of those ways was by getting help. So I got the help that I needed at that point in time. I'll be talking about this part of my life in another video. Another way to take care of your mental health is by finding your support system. For me, my support systems were my family back home, my sister here, my brother-in-law, my nephew, my friends, and then when I met my husband, you know. So it's very important for you to find your support system wherever your support system might be. If it's in church, if it's in your community, somehow just find them. I feel like it's also important to find the things that are of interest to you or the things that you're passionate about, because that way you can actively take steps to, you know, start building those interests again in a new country. Another way to take care of your mental health is by being patient. For me, I was really confused about what I wanted to do with my life, but something my mom always told me was to be patient. And I feel like you have to be patient in your journey, because you're new in a country where you probably have never been, you don't have any family or friends, so you're almost like a baby trying to learn the basic things about life again. So you have to be patient. Another way to take care of your mental health is by doing your best to look after yourself before you look after the people who are back home. I understand that, you know, there's this pressure to want to provide for the people that are back home because you're in the abroad and you're supposed to be doing better, or you're here to make it. But here's the truth: the people back home know how to take care of themselves. You are learning to take care of yourself. So before you start catering to the needs of the people back home who are probably living better than you, take care of yourself first. So it's important for you to stay firm, stand your ground, take care of your own business before you start looking after people who can look after themselves. My second tip to surviving is knowing basic Canadian knowledge. So when you come, I know that it's difficult for you to like even move around, like commuting and taking the bus. I had my brother-in-law teach me north, east, west and south for me to be able to understand the bus or the commute system. It's very important that you know these things, else you will get lost all the time. Knowing this information would not mean that you will not get lost, in your commute. But instead of spending money on, rides, to go everywhere you want to go, just to avoid the stress of getting lost, I feel like it's important. It's also fun for you to get to know these things. Learn about credit cards, when to get a credit card, how to get a driver's license, what benefits you're eligible for. These are things that you need to know as a Canadian resident, so that when you maybe you're looking for information and you're trying to get more out of someone, they already know what you're talking about, because you can communicate based on what you've learned. One thing you need to know as a new immigrant is that there are resources that are available to you, free resources, free support programs that you can take advantage of. If you're not able to, go online to look for information or build a network of people who can actually, provide those information for you, then life will be difficult for you as a new immigrant. So make sure that you're building a network. When you meet people, you're able to exchange numbers or Instagram handles. You can actually find friends on Instagram by using the hashtag new Canadian immigrant or just Canadian immigrant, and you see people who have used the hashtag. I use the hashtag sometimes just so that people can find me, and you can make friends on Instagram. That way you are able to share information within your new friends or contacts. When you come to Canada, you realize that there are places you cannot wear scented perfumes to. You realize that there are places you cannot eat bananas in because people have banana allergies. There are places you cannot take peanuts to because of people's allergies. So there are cultures that might be strange to you, but you just have to know so that you don't come off as, okay, who is this person? Like knowing the official sports of Canada, knowing basic stuff about basketball, the Raptors team, all of that makes you feel like you're a part of the community, and it makes it easier for you to settle in. My third survival tips is something that you might not like to hear, but it's for you to be ready to be uncomfortable. When you first move to Canada, you might have a different situation than what you're used to. So imagine maybe in Nigeria, you were a manager, you had people answering to you, and then you come to Canada where you have to start from the bottom basically, and you begin to wonder to yourself if this is really worth it. Like I said, you're like a baby starting to learn the basics about life. You have to be patient with yourself. So be ready to get uncomfortable with maybe a living arrangement, maybe living in shared accommodation, or maybe living with family or friends in a place where you're not exactly comfortable in, just in the meantime until you're able to figure things out, or maybe doing odd jobs just to get by. These are things that you may have to do. So be ready to be uncomfortable, come out of your comfort zone to do the things that you may not want to do. Not everybody will be able to get the job of their dreams in the first year. Not everybody will be able to buy their house or a first house in the first year. You cannot be like your friends who came in and 1 week after they found a job. So do not compare yourself. Do what you have to do to get by, and like I said, be patient, and with time everything is going to work out. My fourth survival tip is knowing your options. You always have options in Canada. That's one thing I always tell someone. When you're not able to do one thing, trust me, there's always something else that you can do. There are always options. Canada is one country that takes, different aspects of people's lives and situations into consideration. So if you're not able to maybe apply for something, for example, because you're not eligible, there is always something else that you can do. Not to say there's always an option for everyone or everything, but it's always important for you to do your own research, make calls, talk to people to see what options are available to you, because there are always options. All you need to do is find the right information. Now, there are many tips on how you can survive in Canada. but for this video I'm going to keep it at 5. And so my 5th tip on how to survive in Canada is to have fun. Now, this is one advice I did not exactly take. I feel like I had fun the first 5 months when I came, because I came in the summer, and then as the winter came I started to go into my bubble. I had an ulcer, my health began to degenerate, and I just went through a lot of stress. I will be sharing my story in another video, but I feel like I could have had more fun than I did. So it's very important that, especially if you're single, that you have fun. Take a walk to the park by yourself. You can join groups on Instagram. You can sign up on Meetup, I think. Yeah, sign up on Meetup to see what groups are meeting, to build your interest. You actually never know what networks you can build from there. You can even pay a small fee to go to networking events so that you can meet people. Just keep an open mind, have fun, eat out, watch comedy, watch movies, dance, cry by yourself, eat popcorn by yourself. It's all part of the process. If you're watching this video right now and you're confused, you're depressed, you're not sure what to do with your life, all the uncertainties about immigrating to Canada is weighing on you, don't worry, you'll be fine. I've been in this country for over 4 years, and I can tell you that I have hit rock bottom. But here I am today encouraging you, because I've been there, I've done that, I've cried, I've been miserable, and it was over. So it will be over for you. Anyways, those are my 5 tips on how you can live, settle, and survive in Canada. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll be happy to chat with you. You can also look in the description to see my email if you would like to contact me personally. And yeah, that'll be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.